Find out how Groton will be celebrating National Aviation Day and Connecticut Sub-Century on this week's edition of Welcome to Groton. Welcome to Groton. I'm your host, Carol Pratt. With me today is Susan Bailey, co-chairman of the Groton Business Association, and Mark Jones, who works in the Public Affairs Office of Subase New London. Welcome, both of you. Thank you very much for coming.
Hi, Carol. We're pleased to be here.
When is National Aviation Day?
National Aviation Day is Friday, August 19th.
Okay, so a while yet, and you've got some big plans for that day that we're going to talk about.
We do.
So first of all, I hear that you have teamed up with Subase New London?
Yes.
And what are the big plans?
Well, as far as Submarine Century goes, the Groton Business Association is one of the many entities in Groton and around Groton that's been working very closely with the Subase to celebrate the year-long Submarine Century. Events, as you know, lectures, music, all kinds of things all year long. And on August 19th, we have two events that will be tied to Submarine Century that we hope are going to be really big. We have wonderful things planned, and they also will be celebrating National Aviation Day, which is always on August 19th, and a lot of people aren't aware, so.
Great. Now there is an open house at the Groton New London Airport, is that right?
Yes.
Yes, they will, the Groton New London Airport is working to bring in aircraft, both civilian and military aircraft from around the region, and that will be on display for people of all ages, kids of all ages, to come and look at it. Aviation enthusiasts alike can come and see up close what the capabilities of the airport are and the types of aircraft that use it.
Are they allowed to board the aircraft?
I think that'll depend on that'll depend on the owners of the aircraft, how much interaction they can have, but they certainly can look and see and get up close to them, much closer than you normally would.
Okay.
We also, last year and this year, if not a C-130, it will be some type of military transport aircraft. We did have the C-130 last year, which people could board. Especially fun for kids was that the personnel would put children in all the rigging and whatnot, and go through the routine of jumping out of an airplane with the countdowns and all. So that was a very popular.
So this really is a family affair.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's free, by the
And
way.
it's free.
It's free.
Wow,
Yes.
that's a biggie.
That's important.
What other unusual things? Is there some Black Hawk helicopter or something like that? Do you know if that's going to be there that day?
I don't know if it'll be there. It does come in and out of the TASM, the National Guard station there. We never know for sure if it's where it will be, in or out. But things that we can plan ahead are, we will have, as I said, some military transport aircraft. We will have the Sikorsky new experimental helicopter. It's called Sarah, and that will be on site, and that's pretty exciting.
Yes.
It's experimental. It has robotic components, and I'll be learning about that, just like everyone else there.
Right,
I'm pretty excited about it. We also, at the National Guard, there is at least one helicopter stationed out in front of the facility, and children can climb into that. Last year we had two of them, so I'm not sure, but again, with the military, they want to participate as much as possible. So we'll have small private planes with owners there. We will, and then have guided tours with demonstrations at some of the facilities at the airport.
Including that, it's
Yes.
survival something, survival, we've been there
Survival
actually.
Systems USA.
Yes,
Yes.
oh, that's incredible, I've
That's-
seen that. That's,
Uh-huh.
I don't think
That's a
I'd
highlight.
pass.
I've been through it.
You've
it's-
been through it
oh,
yourself,
absolutely.
sir? Oh,
yes.
wow.
So it's quite a challenge. So
Yes, now, they won't be able to participate in the challenge, of
No,
course, but
no.
they can see what's being done.
Even
Absolutely.
watching it is pretty exciting.
It is.
For those out in the audience who don't know, Survival Systems USA, people come from all over the globe, not just the United States and Canada, but from all over the globe, military, private, EMT, emergency people for training on how to escape from a ditched aircraft, and now they're also doing from a submerged motor vehicle.
Wow.
So they have a gimbal, and there
is
is
a gimbal?
like one of those crane arm
Oh, okay.
things. And it can be a helicopter, it can be a plane, it can be a car.
It teaches you how to egress out of an emergency situation if you're in the water, and it really teaches you how to gain your bearings, how to keep calm, and how
That's
to
the
find
biggest thing.
absolutely and find your nearest escape route. So it really is great training for an emergency situation that both our military and our first responders may encounter.
And there's weather, because who ditches in nice weather?
Right, exactly, yeah.
So part of it is there is wind, there is lightning, there is thunder and noise. So when you're even watching the demonstration, that's surrounding you. It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For kids, the Mystic Jet Center is having, they will have tours, and once they go through the tour, there will be certificates for the participating children.
Now, by a tour, you mean to each aircraft, or you're talking about all the different...
Through the facility there, out on the ramps, the hangars.
Oh.
Yes,
So right out on the airport,
on the ramps, which is, you have your ramps and then you have your actual runways.
Right.
So everything that's not a runway is a ramp.
Yeah.
And there will be plenty of volunteers to help people find their way around. You can go at your own speed. You have check-in at the main terminal, where there will be a large number of displays, including a number of Navy activities.
Yes, because this is not only as National Aviation Day, but as part of Connecticut Submarine Century, we've included the Navy and the Navy base as part of our community to be involved in this activity. And so we are working to have some of our river patrol boats. You see them, say, escort the submarines up and down the river. Unfortunately, we can't put a whole submarine on the ramp. They just won't fit. But we will have what was the old highway sign on I-95, the big metal sign. We have restored it, put it on trailer wheels, and
the one that's on
The original
coming off
version.
of 95.
right, the original one.
That says-
The new one, the one that's up there now,
Yeah.
is modeled after the USS Nautilus.
Right.
The one that used to be there is a little more traditional submarine shape.
Okay.
And but like I said, we've restored that sign,
Great.
and so that will be on display. And written on the side of the sign is hashtag Submarine Proud, and that is part of our social media campaign to have people show their submarine pride. And so we're asking people to take pictures with the sign.
Yes.
Take pictures with the T-shirt on. Take pictures holding up a little sign that says Submarine Proud. And we're looking to find out who could be submarine proud around the world. I have friends that are in Japan right now that are sending me stuff. I have friends in Italy. So so if you want to come and show your submarine proud, come take your picture next to the sign.
That's
and
wonderful.
we get it posted online and follow you around.
That's
Follow
great.
you around.
You know, one thing we haven't mentioned, this is one-day event, correct?
It is.
August 19th. What time does it start?
10 to 1.
Right.
We
10
start
to 1.
at 10 and we're open to 1. You can arrive anytime within that time frame. There's so much to see.
Yeah,
I recommend come early. You're going to
yeah,
want to.
yeah.
Last year we were a little bit shorter, and one thing that people said was, I wish I had more time.
Yes.
So we did
Yeah, it
extend
sounds
the
like a
hours
lot.
this year. Yeah.
Sounds like a lot
And
to
you
cover in
can
this
go
week.
to what interests you. You can try and see it all. You
Right.
can pick and choose to suit your own interests.
Now, on a day like this, you're saying they're going to be on the ramps, of course not on the runway, but do they actually close traffic?
Oh, no,
in the
it's
airport?
business as usual.
Oh, so there might be some planes landing
There
as well, which
definitely
some people
will
don't
be.
get a chance to
Yes.
see.
No,
You know,
and you
so-
can definitely see that.
Wow.
That will be happening.
Wow. Now, the other thing everyone always asks, will there be food or coffee or whatever? You know, people always can't go anywhere without eating, I guess.
Of course.
So.
There is a restaurant.
There is.
Ah.
There's a restaurant right there in the airport. Have a wonderful menu, so
It is small, though,
It
right?
is small.
Yeah.
It's small.
It is small, but their food is definitely worth going for.
Great.
And so.
And they're
so
opening early that day,
I believe so. Yes.
Yeah.
just for people
So there
coming
won't
to the
be
tour.
There won't be food vendors per se, but they can
No,
eat
but
at
there
the
is the
restaurant.
restaurant. They'll be open early so that people can come early and have breakfast.
Right.
And then they're open, lunch and dinner all the time.
Yeah.
So
People are allowed to walk around with their water bottles or coffee or whatever. That's not a problem
No.
either
Sure.
if they bring that.
Sure.
So,
Sure.
why is this year different for this sub-century? Explain what the sub-century is to those who don't know.
Okay, the Submarine Century, back in last October, Governor Malloy declared this the Connecticut Submarine Century, and it celebrates that in October of 1915, the first U.S. Navy submarines came up the Thames River and parked at what is now Naval Station New London. The property that the Navy base was on had been Navy property since about the 1860s, but it had been a supply depot, a coaling station for ships to refuel, those types of things. But as submarines were being built here at the Electric Boat Company and Simon Lake over in Bridgeport, the Navy felt that the Thames River and the Long Island Sound was the perfect place to put a submarine base. So in June of 1916, the orders were given to stand up Naval Submarine Base New London to house our small fleet of submarines at the time, and then also started the Naval Submarine School to train the sailors to operate those modern marvels. And so 100 years later, here we are, still the submarine capital of the world. The submarines are still built here in Groton. They are stationed here at Subbase New London, and the submarine school still trains our sailors to operate these modern marvels.
every submariner comes through that school.
That is correct.
Yes,
Every
yeah.
submariner in the U.S. Navy
Yeah.
at one point has had training here. So,
Isn't that amazing?
Admiral Chester Nimitz went to submarine school
Isn't
here.
that something?
President Jimmy Carter went to submarine school here. So yes,
Yeah.
anyone who's been involved in the submarine force
Yeah.
at one point has
Been to Groton.
Yeah.
They're
Groton,
huge.
has
Yeah.
been Groton home.
Subbase is a huge part of our
Yeah.
community culture.
It is.
Absolutely.
We have a lot to be proud of.
Yes.
We're going to take a short break right now, but when we return, we'll continue our conversation. Please stay tuned.
It's the most natural thing for me to dance, but I was tripping and I was falling and didn't even know what multiple sclerosis was.
When I perform, I really love connecting with people. It's definitely cool to be able to give someone an experience through virtual reality.
Oh my God. I dream sometimes and I see that.
I am a veteran. My victory was finding the strength to be a champion.
My victory is having a job I can be proud of.
At DAV, we help veterans get the benefits they've earned.
My victory was finishing my education.
My victory was getting help to put our lives back together.
DAV provides veterans with a lifetime of support.
My victory is being there for my family.
Help us support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
We've all seen stories of conflict that ended with peace. We've seen stories of hunger and in abundance. We see stories of fear, despair, and poverty. but they can end with courage, hope, and love. With you. Be a part of writing a story that's greater than poverty. Learn how at worldvision.org.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food. You're going to need our determination, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
Welcome back. We're talking with Susan Bailey from the Groton Business Association and Mark Jones from Subase New London. One more question I have about these tours. This is self-guided tours, correct? But you're going to have
Correct.
maps available, you said?
Yes, when you first get to the airport, you can park in the main parking lot at the terminal, and if you come into the main terminal, we will have maps for everyone, where every site is located and what is at each site. So you can take the map and go at your own speed.
Okay, and it's free parking at the airport and a free event.
That is correct.
Now later that day you have something special for Subase Century, an event, so tell us about that.
Mark, you go first.
Absolutely. As part of our celebration that we've had this year, we've had back in June we had a celebration with the City of Groton out at Washington Park, which was a wonderful success. A couple of weeks later in July we had a celebration with the town of Groton and had another wonderful success with some softball games and
making a submarine.
And making the human submarine.
Made a human
Absolutely.
submarine. I brought my granddaughter.
Absolutely, it was wonderful.
It was fun.
And so just kind of as another way to for the community to say thank you to the submarine base and vice versa, for the submarine base to say thank you to the community. We've decided to use this opportunity to have a kind of a festive cocktail party type of event at the hangar. While we have all these neat airplanes around, and while we still have some of the Navy boats and other items around, we said, look, we got a great opportunity to kind of everyone come together and enjoy some food, enjoy some music, and have a nice kind of Friday evening celebration. So
that takes place the same day.
That's correct. It'll be that evening. Yes, it'll
At
be
what
that
time?
evening. It just starts at
6 to 9.
Yep.
On August 19th.
On August 19th, which is a Friday. Conveniently, National Aviation Day is on a Friday
right
this
after
year.
work.
Right.
That's right, exactly.
Which is a good time.
And it is. It's going to be in a hangar. The Mystic Jet Center has generously donated use of their north hangar at the airport for us to have the party in.
I know that when you drive past there's lots of hangars.
There are.
So it's going to be well marked.
Yes.
Oh,
obviously.
definitely.
Yeah,
We'll have volunteers out there with tents to, draw your attention. We'll have people to help with the parking and whatnot. We have wonderful volunteers and plenty of them.
Yes. Oh,
So,
that's great.
yes,
That's great.
and we will have music, as Mark said. We have actually two very well-known local blues bands, the Sue Menhart Band and Woolly Mammoth. Both will perform.
Nice.
We'll have food,
Yes,
because
that's the most
you've
important
got to
part.
have food.
Yes, yes.
But even more important than food, Mark, at a Navy event is
Cake.
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 Can't have a celebration without cake. So,
And our cake will be by Franck at Foxwoods.
Oh.
Yes, and I've had Franck's cake.
yes.
It's worth journeying for.
At that celebration that City of Groton did, Franck made a 500-pound cake the shape of a submarine. So I don't think he's going to go
With the
that.
submarine theme again? He'll do
He
something
may go with the
else, or-
submarine theme. I'm not sure he's going to do 500 pounds of cake. But and we ate every crumb of it.
We
but,
did. It was awesome.
But there will be a cake given to us by Foxwoods, and then there will be several organizations, restaurants that are going to be catering.
Yes. So we'll have a nice array of hors d'oeuvres. Because it's the Groton Business Association, we are very aware of supporting Groton businesses. So all of our catering is done locally by Groton businesses.
Great.
And our bar, it will be beer and wine. We'll have a cash bar. The beer is from Groton's Outer Light Brewery. So we'll have a couple of his different brews. One, of course, is called Subduction.
Oh, love it, love it.
Because if you're going to go with a theme, right?
Yes, yeah, follow through. Right.
And we have the original highway sign coming down. We also have a submarine photography exhibit, which was a competition recently at Art on Groton Bank, and they are lending us that exhibition for this event before the artworks are returned to the artists.
Oh, that's
so
lovely.
that's pretty cool too.
Wow. Okay, how do you get tickets for this event? You would have to ticket this to make sure you have enough food. I'm sure it's not.
Yes.
It's open to the public, but how much is the cost and things?
Tickets right now, you can go online at
GrotonBiz.com.
GrotonBiz.
B-I-Z.
B-I-Z, GrotonBiz.com. That is the Groton Business Association website, and you can purchase your tickets right online there.
Yes.
Or
you can buy them, the actual tickets.
Oh, look at that.
And
how much are they?
They are going for...
We have a discounted early purchase.
Okay.
So whether you buy them from an actual ticket, or
Right.
if you buy them online right now, they're $40 per person.
Okay.
At the door, they will be $50 per person.
Okay.
And
for our as a way to say thank you for our thank you for their service for our active duty military personnel and their families, our tickets are buy one get one free. So
nice.
so our active duty can buy them at the submarine base with the First Class Association, or come to the Subase Public Affairs office, and they can purchase them there.
Are there other locations where they can get tickets? Do you have an office like Groton?
we work out of the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce office,
Okay.
because we are an affiliate of the Greater Mystic Chamber, the Groton
Right.
Business Association. So you can buy tickets as a walk-in there if you wish to, or any of the GBA leadership can sell you a ticket.
Okay.
So you can look for me.
Yeah.
You can buy tickets.
Yeah.
Mark will have tickets.
Yeah.
A lot of people in town know our leadership.
Right.
You can buy tickets from them.
Yeah. You can go on GrotonBiz.com and
You
order
can
them
buy
online.
your ticket online.
Absolutely.
And may I just point out, keepsake quality.
Yes, they're
They're
beautiful.
really
Quite nice.
They're really nice.
They really are nice. Now, for this money that they're paying, they're getting entertainment.
Correct.
Perhaps dancing opportunities.
Definitely
There-
dancing
okay.
opportunities.
Food.
Food.
Opportunity for a cash bar. Are there
Yes.
non-alcoholic beverages available
We'll
as
just have
well?
water. It's summer and people
Right.
really, and
Right.
you know, the water is complimentary.
Right.
We'll have a tip the ships if you want to donate $1 for your water, that's
Right,
great, but
right.
we'll have plenty of that for people.
But I understand this benefits a local cause.
It does. Mark, tell about that.
Well,
It's important.
as part of the heritage of the submarine force, you know, being here in Groton and being developed here in Groton, there was a submarine that was commissioned, the USS Groton. And about 10 years ago, the submarine was decommissioned after its full life of service, and it was sent to be disassembled in Bremerton, Washington, at the shipyard out in Washington. But the city and the town and the community of Groton and the Southeast Connecticut community has come together to say we want a piece of that heritage back. So we are working to bring back the sail, which is the part of the submarine that sticks out of the water, that iconic piece of the submarine, to bring it back to Groton, have it restored, and somewhere in the community make a memorial park to celebrate the submarine heritage that that this area has. And so, we call it the Groton Sail, and we are raising funds to bring the Groton Sail back to Groton and make it a lifelong legacy for this community.
That's a great idea. That is a great idea.
Carol, we have so many people in this community. Yeah. We've both been working events all year long with Submarine Century, and I talk to many people at them. And I would say that if you have, excuse me, 100 people come to your whatever and talk to you, a good 75 of them have some association with the submarine force, whether it's served in the Navy, family served, classmates, build submarines, design submarines,
Absolutely.
A vendor to submarine building, business with submarine clientele. You know, it is just a huge piece of Groton.
How big is this hangar? I hope you have enough room.
It is big. It's 22,000 square feet.
Oh, wow.
And we will have airplanes in it. So we even have room to have some planes in. We're going to have something large and something small to give you that. Whoa!
Now, a lot of women and men too want to know, is this a formal affair? Should they dress up? I know it's summer, so it'll probably be warm, but I'm sure there'll be fans going and things. But, you know, what do you recommend for a dress code, or is there one?
No dress code.
No
we really kind of, you know, we're just going to say come as you are. We're happy that you're here. We want you to come and celebrate. So whether you come in your tuxedo or you come in your golf shirt and flip-flops, we're happy that you're here.
Everyone is welcome.
And all, you know,
So just summer casual would be
Absolutely.
lovely. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, if people want more information on the open house or this special Air and Sea event, they can go on to your website.
There are two sites that have complete information. One is grotonbiz.com, the GBA website, and the other is CTSubmarineCentury.com.
CTSubmarineCentury.com.
Right, which is the Sub-Century website. Okay. There is a dedicated website for that.
Which is great because that also has other information.
That has all about the submarine trail, different other art events, other upcoming events that are involved with Connecticut Submarine Century.
The submarine trail is like the people that are going out now on Pokemon Go.
Yes, absolutely.
They can go on the Connecticut Submarine Trail instead. Less involved too, I think.
Find all 21 submarines in the community. Absolutely.
And that challenge is people are going with that. I had a phone call. I work with the website, and a family called me yesterday to say, we have found 20.
Oh, that's
We
wonderful.
need some help. My kids want to find that 21st one.
Yes.
I want to thank you both so very, very much for coming on. This sounds like an exciting event.
Yes, it
Thank
will
you,
be.
Carol.
I know it'll be well attended. Before we wrap up our program, let's look at the upcoming town meetings for the next 2 weeks. If you'd like more information on the open house at the airport or the Air and Sea celebration, you can go on Groton Biz, that's BIZ.com, or CTSubmarineCentury.com. Thanks for watching. I hope you'll join us for the next edition of Welcome to Groton.
For questions and comments concerning Welcome to Groton, you can write to the Town of Groton, Connecticut, Town Manager's Office, 45 Fort Hill Road, Groton, Connecticut 06340, or you can call 441-6630